ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Banyan Printing, your trusted printing, mailing, and signage partner in the Palm Beaches for over 45 years. Banyan Printing's new metallic ink press adds that extra shine so that your product comes out in glossy gold, sparkling silver, or any other color you want to shine. Banyan Printing is the official printer of Kaiser Athletics and would love to be your official printing partner as well. Order products and learn more about what Banyan Printing can do for your business at banyanonline.com or call 561-586-6220.
While it's not always possible to see contaminated water coming out of the faucet, the taste is difficult to ignore. And what about plastics and pharmaceuticals now in the water? The team at Culligan is here to help. Culligan offers water testing and reverse osmosis systems designed to filter out those contaminants right at the source. Culligan has been helping the local community with water issues since 1936. Schedule your appointment today at Culligan.com.
Hey, Culligan man!
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
All into the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game, Rizzo! Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Colin!
February the 14th, you know what that means. It's Friday. It's not Valentine's Day. Tacky holiday. Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Christian Cat, as always, live from the City Place Studios in downtown West Palm Beach. It's a packed Friday. It's a fun Friday. It's a romantic Friday for those who celebrate.
You're not celebrating?
No. Are you?
No,
you're not.
I'm working. I'm working tonight. I'm very excited to do the Inter Miami halftime show tonight. So looking forward to getting on down to the stadium and doing that. They're in Tampa, Orlando City, Orlando FC. They're in Tampa, but the broadcast crew, we're going to be doing it at Chase Stadium tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun.
You're going down to Chase Stadium for an away game?
Yeah. So with a lot of these away games, Colin, sometimes we'll be going down to the stadium and doing stuff from the stadium. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But partner, you're on the whole opposite side of the spectrum. You got the frat house in town.
Yeah, good.
The frat house. Is in
I got
town.
some buddies in town. So me and 4 other grown men are going to go celebrate Valentine's Day with a romantic evening in some capacity.
I heard they're by the pool.
Something like that. For those who celebrate Valentine's Day, congratulations. Here's how I view Valentine's Day. If you are in a relationship, at least I'm speaking to the 20-somethings. It is my day of the year to let everybody know that I'm in a relationship and I love my partner and the whole thing. It's that day. That's what it's a little tacky.
Yeah.
If you want to celebrate Valentine's Day, go home, go visit your significant other, and go celebrate Valentine's Day. Go out to dinner, do whatever you got to do. But it's a little tacky when there's stuff online.
The Instagram posts are out of control. I completely agree with you on that.
It's like Mother's Day if your mother does not have Instagram. And people posting about their mothers. Your mother's not even seeing this.
Do you want to know my favorite one?
Why is that up?
Colin, my favorite one is you've been following this girl for a long time on Instagram or whatever. You have no idea she has a boyfriend until Valentine's Day comes around. There's no pictures of dude in her profile. She has no pictures of him on her account. And then Valentine's Day comes around.
They let you down
There's
easy.
a guy.
Who's
Colin,
that guy? Who is that guy?
Who is this guy? It didn't look like you were single on your social media.
It's a tacky holiday. Did you ever go above and beyond?
Yeah, Colin, I've been in some relationships. So yeah, it was always a nightmare. If I'm being honest, Colin, it was always a nightmare. It was always for
too much pressure.
It was always for the girl. I like, for me and Valentine's Day, it's just another day. Oh, honey, happy Valentine's Day. Love you to death. That'd be good for me. But no, you got to get the flowers. You got to get the dinner. You got to get the chocolates. You got to get it delivered to work. Colin, I'm sending flowers and chocolates to work so she can take a social media post and put it on Instagram, to your point, and have all her friends see it. I honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I'm so happy I'm single on Valentine's Day. Being single definitely at 30 definitely is a little scary. But at the same time, you get away from all these holidays like this, and it's great.
Yeah, I'm not I don't celebrate either. I don't celebrate. No
Well,
problem.
I feel like you can't have an
No,
opinion.
I don't. Maybe.
Hang on. You can't have an opinion on it until you have a significant other. I just felt the number of relationships that I was in over my years, I just felt it turned into like Christmas. Exactly why I hate Christmas. The idea of Christmas. How about that? Everyone wants to be seen. You got to go above and beyond.
I don't know.
And
I
it's
don't know
just,
about the scene part, but I understand the above and beyond.
Yeah,
aspect.
it's just
there's a pressure attached to Christmas.
Yeah, it is. And one year, apparently my gift wasn't good enough, and I think my significant other didn't understand I was making pennies working part-time at a radio station. So there's that factor as well.
Shoveling driveways.
And I mean, Kyle, I didn't work the bar that week. I didn't have any cash. What do you want me to do, honey? Here's a card. I made something special for us, and it wasn't good enough. And then a month later, we were broken up. How about that?
Happy Valentine's Day to those who celebrate. There's your little testament of a loving relationship with Mike Rizzo. There's plenty of people in this office that we work with who have significant others. And it hasn't rubbed me the wrong way in any sense walking through here, which is good. It's the online presence of Valentine's Day that annoys me.
I have, Colin.
And this is not me being jealous because, trust me, I'm not. But the idea, it's such a look at me situation.
Yeah. And then there's
look at us.
Kyle, if you know Instagram, if you go to like your messages or whatever, you know how you could see, I call it like a little away message. You could see what people are writing when they're like active. They have like an away post. And a lot of girls are like, send me flowers and have like their numbers and whatever. It's like, stop being a pick me on Valentine's Day. Just embrace being single and that's that. What, you're going to put your phone number so people could send flowers to you? I mean, what are we doing here? Isn't that a waste of time? Isn't that a way? Like you're single. It's okay. Everything's going to be all right.
I guess, yeah. The way I look at it, it's a little tacky. Go have your dinner. Go do your thing. Don't need to tell everybody else. Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Christian Cat. It's funny because I feel like everybody else other than Mike and I in the office are involved in some capacity romantically with other people.
Correct.
We're basically each other's Valentine's, Mike.
It's okay. It's all right. I have to tell.
We're basically each other's Valentine's.
Colin, I have to tell this story. I have to tell. So I get in today, and you know where I hang out. For those of you that obviously that don't work with us, it's our production room. I kind of made my home in there, and I walk into the production room, and I have this card. And if you're on the YouTube stream, I'm putting it up right now. It says, Happy Valentine's Day to Rizzo from Tina with a heart. And I'm like, oh, my God, how great is this? Tina thought about me on Valentine's Day. Oh, my God. Colin, I found out that she did it with everybody else. I thought I was special.
Thought she was shooting her shot?
Thought I was special. I told Christian and Theo, I thought I was I thought I was him. I thought I was the hero of the story and the main character. And it turns out, it was a company-wide thing.
Did you rescind your thank you to
No,
Tina?
Absolutely not. I wouldn't have received the Valentine if Tina didn't do that today, so it's great. But at the same time, I thought, I thought I was the main character, man. I really did.
This is your fault. This is your fault.
110%.
It's your fault.
But I died laughing. I remember like an hour and a half later, 2 hours later, and I come out of my cubbyhole. I walk into the studio. I see one for Colin. I see one for Theo. I look over at production. I see one for C-Cat, and I go, oh, God, I'm so stupid. How could I be so stupid?
Valentine's Day edition of Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Thinking about it really quickly, Valentine's Day in the spirit of love, in the spirit of falling in love with something. Who was that first love for you in sports? Who was that thing, that person, that team that got you into it?
02 Buckeyes.
That was your first love.
02 Buckeyes. I was 8 years old. I grew up, obviously, in pictures, having Ohio State gear on, having no idea why the heck everyone in my family rooted for Ohio State. Come to find out, my family members went there. My dad's a mega fan. And then 02 came around in that crazy Miami game. And that was like my introduction to, oh, my gosh, we root for the Buckeyes. The Browns, Colin, they came back in 99. But the season I started watching was when they lost in Pittsburgh in 2004. So I would say Ohio State. Definitely the Buckeyes in that 02 national championship.
Interesting. Is there a player that comes to mind?
Yeah, Maurice Claret. He was a local guy at Youngstown. Jim Tressel. I probably should have said Jim Tressel, Colin, because he went to the same high school as my mother. He was 3 years older than my mother. My mom was a freshman when he was a senior. They lived in the same neighborhood, whole 9 yards, So there was that connection as well. So I would probably say Jimmy Tressel and Maurice Claret.
Weirdly for me, the player that got me into basketball, one of my first loves as a player, maybe it was play style, maybe it was just allure, who knows? Dwayne Wade. Weirdly enough.
Nice, dude.
Dwayne Wade. And when I was a kid, I loved the slasher nature, and he got me into the NBA. It was like, I don't know, I couldn't even tell you the year, but it was when Wade was at his heyday. So what is that? Probably, 07 to 09?
Was it pre-LeBron?
Yeah, 07 to 09.
Okay.
But, I just remember that was my guy, weirdly enough. That was the player that got me into watching the NBA.
Dude, he was
Dwayne Wade.
He was so fun.
He was a slasher. He was to the hoop. He was a high flyer. Yeah, he was entertaining.
And an elite shot blocker as a guard.
He was pesky. Dwayne Wade, if I'm thinking about one, was one of my first loves. That was my first love of basket. That got me into basketball, weirdly enough. It wasn't had anything to do with the teams. The sport itself. Dwayne Wade was one of those athletes that got me into it. In terms of the other sports, David Wright was one that comes to mind because I was lucky enough to meet him on the third base line when I was a kid. And that was a big one, got me into baseball. Those are the two that come to mind in terms of players that were exciting for me. Mm-hmm. And when I was a kid, I got really into meeting them and stuff like that, got me really into the sport.
The second one for me would be LeBron, 03, when it was his senior year at St. Vincent St. Mary. We went to the McDonald's All-American game. And my dad at the time was covering him since 8th grade, Colin, but what am I? I'm second grade. I don't know this stuff. So the first time I saw LeBron was in that game. And my dad goes, he might be coming to Cleveland, Mike. I'm like, what? I said, Colin, it's second grader. That guy, he's coming to Cleveland. And then as you get older, you realize the magnitude and the pressure that he had in high school, being that highly touted. And this was before social media, too. They were playing his games on national television. So I would say LeBron definitely number 2 after that 02 Ohio State championship. And then he got drafted by the Cavs, and the rest was history.
Everybody's got one. It's weirdly enough, for every sport, it doesn't even have to be associated with your team. But there's always that player, that moment in time where you've kind of fell in love with either the player, the sport, the situation, or just sports generally. I feel like everybody has one. 888-760-3776. Who was your first love when it comes to sports? What player was that got you into the sport that you're a fan of, or the team that you're a fan of, or just generally into that player? Mine was Dwayne Wade, coming to mind for the NBA specifically. David Wright. Those were two big ones. Mike was LeBron James, the 02 Buckeyes, so on and so forth. Let us know. 888-760-3776, the number to get into the program on Russo and Rizzo. Because that's what everybody says. First loves are so important.
They are.
They stick with you.
Yep.
That's important. In the spirit of Valentine's Day, that's important. That's the long-lasting impression. And if you're going to think about it in the context of sports, I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for people like Dwayne Wade or something like that, because they were the first ones that I kind of was infatuated with. Mm-hmm. Didn't necessarily have any associations to the team I root for or some of my favorite players.
So, Colin, tonight we're taking our sports memories out to dinner. We're taking our sports memories out to dinner tonight. Is that sad? That a bit sad?
No. Comparatively to what?
To significant others posting. You can't even go on Instagram today.
I'm okay. I'm not missing out on anything. I just don't need to see it.
Kyle, you can't even go on that app today.
I'm not even seeing it. Valentine's Day exclusive special on Russo and Rizzo. Sports, your first love. What player was that? What team was that? What moment was that? 888-760-3776.
I have a baseball one, Kyle, if you want it. I got a baseball one. Jim Thome. I believe it was 03, 04. Jim Thome hit a walk-off home run, and he was immediately – it was I've been to Guardian/Indian games before that, but it's the first one you remember. That first memory you remember being at the ballpark. And Jim Thome hit as many times as he did. He had a walk-off homer. And I remember he was my favorite player on the Guards, and I couldn't understand when he got traded. It was like you were so young. My dad had to tell me, Mike, Jim's not on the team anymore. Why? I remember asking for 3 days straight. Why? Jim Thome, definitely elite ball player for me growing up.
888-760-3776. Who is that first love that comes to mind when you're thinking about your sports team? or sports player. Doesn't even have to be you're associated with your team. Who was the guy that got you into it? Who was the guy that you were first infatuated with? Or woman. 888-760-3776.
Now, you've never been in a relationship, but you've had to have a first love, right?
How can that have happened if I'm not I've not been in a serious relationship?
I guess you got a point. I had a first love. We'll remain nameless, but it's college. I don't think.
Wow, she's
it's
still
that
there.
one time.
She's still with
it's
us in
that
the room.
one time.
Do you have a fake name for the story?
No, it was a
Linda.
high school relationship.
Her name is Linda.
It was a high school relationship, and it was to the point where
It was Linda.
It was to the point where I was going above and beyond, to the point where my friends are like, dude, what are you doing? Family members, bro, what is wrong with you? You know what? Like, you were up at night arguing on the phone. She's walking all over me, but I still love her. You know what I mean? And then you learn. And then you learn. And then
you were like that in a high school relationship? Somebody was walking over you
it's
in
like
a high school
freshman,
relationship?
about freshman year.
Freshman year of high school?
Yeah.
You were getting walked over in a relationship when you
Yeah.
were 14 years old?
What was she doing?
I mean,
What
just
could she be doing? She couldn't even drive.
put things
She
in
got dropped off.
Let's put
to
things in
hang out.
perspective. I had the hangout spot in high school, and she liked me, but at the same time, she wanted to, not be exclusive, and I wanted to be exclusive, and I was pushing for it.
I was cheated on as a 14-year-old?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was pushing for it. But hey, turned out it.
Now put some hair on your
You
chest.
want to know what
put
I
it
learned?
Oh
Hang
my
on,
God.
Christian. Do you want to know what I learned? The moment I stopped chasing after her, that's when she wanted me. And that's when I realized, like, you can't be like all, I learned the hard lesson of you got to play hard to get. You got to play hard to get. But we had a long relationship after, and it was great.
After?
Yeah, after.
Wait,
it was
wait,
great.
hold on a second. She was unfaithful in your relationship, and then you took her back?
Yeah, because she was groveling, and I still loved her.
Wow.
Why do you love her?
Why did I? Because it was my first love. That's the point I'm trying to make.
You love the idea of her.
I don't love her anymore. I mean, Minky, this was
she's still
15 years ago,
hold on. She's still
boys.
in the room with us.
This was this was 15 years ago. I'm just saying.
What does she do for work now?
I'm not answering that.
Come on.
I'm not answering that. I'm not answering.
I mean, if she's
I'm not answering that. But I to answer that over the board. But at the same, that's my first love story. Is I was head over heels for a girl. She realized
She
this.
could have committed murder, and you would have still loved her.
used this to her advantage. She'd come over on the weekend. She'd bring all her friends to my house, yada, yada, yada. And then the moment I said, all done, I'm done, she came crawling back. And that's when I knew you had to play hard to get. You couldn't be over heels. You couldn't, you had to have some style. You had to have some swag. You couldn't be.
Is this relationship advice from Mike Rizzo? Who's going to be spending his Valentine's Day at the Chase Center? Or
You just
at the Chase
learned.
Stadium?
You just learned, man. Dude, I can't wait to be at Inter
is she
Miami
single
tonight.
now?
Negative, engaged.
Okay.
Yeah, engaged.
How
great
close
girl.
to
She's a
this
great
guy
girl.
is to you? Like,
Huh?
does she have a
I
type?
don't know. I have no idea who he is. No idea.
Is he
who
on
he
the
is.
air and
The fact-
No,
ESPN
I
Madison?
never met the guy. No idea who he is. Like I said, it's been 15 years, boys.
He better than you?
He's keeping tabs.
No, he ain't better than me.
Keeping
but-
tabs. You're keeping tabs.
You know for sure?
When's the last time you spoke
do.
to her?
Probably like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
It was civil.
This is relatively recent.
Yeah, she's a good girl. She's a great girl.
Oh, she seems great.
We were young, Kyle. We were young. We were in high school, for God's sakes.
You're still apologizing for her actions. I'm on team of family here. Families, what are you doing? I'm on the same boat.
Yeah, but you gotta learn. Even like looking back at the situation, you gotta learn. How else do you learn unless falling in love?
You are a Linda
I was,
apologist.
and then I was, God, I was.
If Linda showed up on your doorstep today, you would say, let's do it again.
Hell no. I got too much going on.
I don't know.
I got too much going on.
You'd answer. Yeah, you'd answer. The
I have
phone.
way too much going on. I gotta, boys. When do we have time? Christian, I don't know how you do it. How much we work. Honest to God, when do we have time for significant others?
888-760-3776, the number to get into the program. Who is your first love when it comes to sports? Who was that first player, first team, first moment for you that got you into sports? Let us know, 888-760-3776, the number to get into the program. I want to hear Christian's answer after the timeout. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
South Florida's one and only PGA Tour event returns to the Champion Course at PGA National, February 26th through March 2nd. The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches will deliver a best-in-class on-site experience featuring a variety of fan amenities alongside the premier competition. Kids 15 and under are admitted free with a ticketed adult. This can't-miss event is right around the corner. Buy your tickets now at thecognizantclassic.com.
Mike Rizzo here with the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management Program. Sound the alarm. The Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes with Andy Reid are mortal. The Chiefs lose Super Bowl 59 to the Philadelphia Eagles 40-22, and the Eagles denied the Chiefs the first ever three-peat in the common Super Bowl era. Patrick Mahomes got sacked 6 times, 11 quarterback hits for that Eagle defense as well. Jalen Hurts played lights out. He won Super Bowl 59 MVP, but the Eagles win the Super Bowl, denying the Chiefs of that elusive three-peat. This is the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management Program. Accelerate your career in sports with the program committed to developing top-notch executives and managers with a focus on the job placement for students and graduates. The FAU MBA in Sport Management Program.
Eat, putt, drink. PopStroke Palm Beach is now open. Located right next to Palm Beach International Airport, PopStroke is your new go-to destination for all things fun. Hit the greens with 36 holes of next-level mini golf, grab a bite at our full-service restaurant, or chill at one of the lively bars. Want to level up? Yeah! Join our monthly membership for unlimited mini golf and exclusive discounts on food and drinks.
Yes!
Plan your next visit today at popstroke.com.
The Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, an affiliate of the Palm Beach Health Network, is committed to delivering high-quality care to the communities they serve. Their award-winning physicians and specialists provide a level of expertise that has resulted in regional firsts and outstanding patient outcomes. For a physician referral, call 866-654-2362. To learn more about the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, visit pbhnphysiciangroup.com. pbhnphysiciangroup.com to get in touch with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group.
What's the Anajar Levine difference? When you're injured in a car crash, we focus on your case so you can focus on the one thing that matters most, getting better. I'm Glenn Levine with Anajar Levine. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation, 1-800-747-FREE. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Yeah, man.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Who was it? Who was that first love when it comes to sports? The person that got you into it. The team, the moment that got you into sports. Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Christian Cat. As always, the number to get into the program, 888-760-3776. Who was that first love for you and sports? 888-760-3776. Live in the City Play Studios in downtown West Palm Beach. We go to the phone lines, and we got Leo in Riviera Beach on Russo and Rizzo. Leo, hello. How are you?
Hey, guys. Can you hear me okay?
We hear you.
Just fine. What's up?
All right. Thank you for taking my call. I always appreciate it. My first sports love, even though I'm a big fan of soccer. I feel like that was hereditary. My dad, he loves soccer, so I do that. Okay. But basketball, I became a huge basketball fan. It was my friend's first grade birthday party, and he said we're going to go see the Magic play the Heat down in the old arena in the Miami Arena back in 1995. And I said, okay, the Magic versus the Heat. Okay, that sounds cool. Glenn Rice was on the Heat, and then I heard a guy by the name of Penny Hardaway was playing for the Magic. And I'm a name guy, so when names sound cool like that, I'll throw out another one like Carlisle Holiday for Notre Dame back in the day. That's just a cool sounding name. So Penny Hardaway sounded so cool to me. I wanted to be there. I was so excited to be there. The Magic lost by 30 points. Glenn Rice had his career high in points that night, and he had the most threes. He set a record for threes by a Heat player made in a game. But I ended up coming out of there a Magic fan for life. Love Penny Hardaway till this day. Shaq was on that team. I've just always been partial to the number ones on the Orlando Magic, including T-Mac and
Leo,
all those guys.
Are you a Magic fan to this day?
Till this day.
Okay.
I wish they would have done something at the trade deadline. It feels like they just stand pat a lot at the trade deadline. They're one of those historic franchises that really don't like to spend a lot of money, like similar to Cincinnati Bengals.
Now, Leo, you said you loved soccer. Is there a team your dad liked growing up that you like?
Yeah, he's from Colombia. So I fell in love with Carlos Valderrama and his hair, the big hair from Colombia, and back in like '92, I was like 5 years old, so I didn't really know as much. But Colombia that was like the golden generation of the soccer players for Colombian national team. They beat Argentina 5-0 back in the day, and they had a run in the '90 World Cup. But '94, they fell flat, and then that was the Andres Escobar sadly got assassinated, and for the own goal.
All right, good call, Leo.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Leo.
you chiming in. His first love, the Orlando Magic, Colombian soccer. 888-760-3776, the number to get into the program. Who was that first love for you in sports? Who got you into it? Who was that first spark? Let us know. Chris in Long Island, you're on Russo and Rizzo. Chris, hello. What's up?
Hey, guys. For me, I guess it was a combo, and I date myself. I started playing tennis when I was like 7 or 8, so watching Jimmy Connors on TV and the way he played and how hard he played. And then the other was at the same time, the Yankees were really good, and Thurman Munson was someone I just loved. Obviously, that one's a little bittersweet because he died very young, died a couple of years later in a plane crash. So,
right.
But those are the two. Those two guys kind of gave it there, left everything on the field and on the court, and very different people to say the least. But those two were terrific. I mean, if you go on YouTube and watch some old Jimmy Connors videos, the game was a lot different then. It was a lot slower. Mainly because of racket technology, and not just racket technology, but not to dive into the weeds, but string technology. The strings today and what they can do with a tennis ball compared to...
Yeah, Chris, the one thing I'll say is, to cut you off here, I mean, with Jimmy Connors, it was always him and Johnny Mac, and famous career as well. And Thurman Munson's another one because they were, as famous of a big game player as there is as well. So a good call there, Chris, on his two first loves, Thurman Munson and Jimmy Connors. 888-760-3776, the number to get into the program. Christian Cat, who was that for you?
I fell in love with sports as a whole, specifically football as a whole. I told this story on Theoretically Speaking earlier today, and this audience deserves it as well. When the New York Giants beat the undefeated Patriots in the Super Bowl, that was something special, and I've been a football fan since that very day. Might not root for the same team, but that was my gateway drug into sports fandom.
How about the Yankee?
I like that gateway drug.
Because I was born and bred a Yankee fan.
Right.
So, there never was a moment... It wasn't special at all.
There wasn't anything growing up that stuck out to you, though, with the Yankees, not a moment in time.
Even the Yankees winning a World Series in my formative years, the fact that that was expected and is expected as a Yankees fan, maybe not nowadays, it made it, you grow up knowing 26 rings, 26 rings, 26 rings. You win one when you are 12 years old. It's like, okay, yeah, that's what we do here. That's not that special. So, no, that World Series wasn't that special because it was expected. And I was always a Yankees fan. But that Eli Manning first Super Bowl, that made me a football fan.
How about the Ravens my senior year, 2013?
Oh, that was great. I still love football before that.
Okay.
I rooted for them before that.
Wasn't a change. It wasn't a spark.
No, it didn't change anything. It was also early in my Ravens fandom, so I was very spoiled. My second season of rooting for the Ravens. So, it didn't really change anything for me.
Interesting. 888-760-3776, number to get into the program. Who was that first love for you when it comes to sports?
How about Colin? You with UConn Hoops? I'm interested to hear that.
They won all throughout my childhood. It was really, to be quite frank with you, I always liked UConn in the Calhoun days and everything. I used to go to those camps when I was a kid. Nice. But once my brother went back and started coaching there, that's when I really got, because like they post Kevin Ollie days, and then when Hurley got hired, I mean, I followed it, but it wasn't like, I didn't have skin in the game.
Yep.
And once my brother went there, he was a graduate assistant there for a number of years, a couple years back, and that really reinvigorated it. But when I was a kid, I remember the Kemba Walker run. I remember like that was a big one for me. That was what led me to the Hornets, or the then Bobcats, and that was the lockout year too. So he comes in, and then they go 9-59 or 9-58 in the lockout season. And I remember I went to a home game in Madison Square Garden, and Carmelo Anthony had 62 points. It's still an MSG record to this day, or I think Luka might have broken it. But yeah,
wow,
hey, bizarre. So 888-760-3776. We go to Bill
in Port St. Lucie.
Is that what PSL is? Port St. Lucie?
No.
Well, Colin always pronounced Port.
No.
I was expecting Palm Beach Lakes, something like that.
Colin pronounces Port St. Lucie, Lucie.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You got Bill.
Bill, joining us. How are you?
Hey, guys. Doing great. Glad to hear your voices, and I finally clocked off. It's my weekend.
That a boy,
yeah.
Bill. My
Bill's
man,
in a good
Bill.
Mood. Bill's in a good mood. What's
Absolutely.
up, Bill?
Windows down.
Yeah, windows down. I'll fix that one. Sorry, guys. I just wanted to say my first love was watching Shaquille O'Neal his rookie year. I mean, that was larger than life, watching somebody just rip entire backboards down. The whole thing, the whole stanchion.
And Bill, you're a Magic fan to this day?
Yes, I am.
All right. Interesting. So we got two Magic ones.
Yeah,
and
dude.
it was the Shaquille O'Neal and then the Penny Hardaway.
Bill, what about Banchero? You still excited for the future? I know that this year hadn't really gone the way you guys want.
Yeah, a little bit of a letdown, but I feel that the Magic, they excel at taking baby steps. So we'll see what the future holds.
Bill, you got a Valentine?
Yeah, I'm going to be one of those last-second shoppers for my wife right now. So that's my immediate future.
An honest man's job.
My man, Bill.
Good
My
call.
man.
Appreciate the call, Bill.
I'm painting the picture right now. Bill's got a Camaro, windows down,
Oh, yeah, dude.
top down, wind blowing through his hair. It's the weekend.
It's Valentine's
I
Day.
didn't get the chopper reference. That flew over my head. What do you mean by that?
I didn't even hear it. What?
Said my wife's chopper? What did that
He's
mean?
a last-minute shopper.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, I was confused with what you were alluding to as well.
I'm like, what is he talking about? But shopper. Okay.
Christian, you've been in a relationship for a number of years now. This is Valentine's Day number what with you and your girlfriend?
Number 8. Yeah.
All right, and do you still make a big effort?
No. No, I got flowers last night, drove home. We're going to watch a movie tonight.
Take it easy, huh?
Yeah, again, close to anniversary, close to birthday.
When is anniversary? Ooh, put it in a spot here.
Yeah, we have the...
Oh! You thought Port St. Lucie was bad.
Yeah,
No,
sorry.
0-1-1s at the 16th of January.
16th of January. Oh, so it
It already
passed.
happened.
Okay.
Did you remember?
Yes.
You sure?
Right.
Yes,
That
we
was
were
bad.
planning our trip to
That
Thailand.
That could have been a bad look. I'm going to be honest. We're lucky she does not tune into this very program.
He didn't remember here, Cal.
We're lucky she does not tune into this program.
Yeah, she doesn't like
She,
you guys.
she doesn't.
No,
Yeah, she doesn't. Like us.
888-760-3776.
Hey, and that's not true. I met her at the Orange Bowl. She was very nice.
Yeah.
She's
See your
putting on a
face.
nice face. Yeah.
Oh,
put on a
okay.
nice
What do you
face.
say? Hey, Mike, I hate your show.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not going to happen.
888-760-3776. Number to get into the program. First Love in Sports. We're taking them. We're hearing them. Phone lines are open. 888-760-3776. On the flip side here, after this timeout, we'll get into who we fell in love with throughout this NFL season. It's over. It's done with. We have our full spectacle. We see all sides of the spectrum. There is no hypothesizing to be done because we have a full sample size of what this whole season entailed. And I want to know, who'd we fall in love with this football season? And our teams are excluded. Stick around for it. We'll take a timeout here on Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast, professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation. serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9491. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9491. That's 800-575-9491. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Hey, it's Theo Dorsey. Spring training returns to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium in less than a month. Come and see the St. Louis Cardinals and the Miami Marlins in action for 30 games in 30 days from February 22nd to March 23rd. Tickets, groups, mini plans, birthdays, VIP experiences, and so much more are on sale right now. Visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com or stop by our ticket office today. We can't wait to see you at the ballpark.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
A Valentine's Day edition of Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday. We were taking you up until 6 o'clock. Miss any of the show today? Want to listen back? You can listen to us back over on the podcast. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, all those great places. We are available there. We're also live streaming. Go check it out at ESPN West Palm on YouTube, X, Facebook/Twitter, the whole thing. Time for us to look ahead into the weekend. You got a big weekend in college basketball. You got All-Star Weekend for anybody who cares. On the NBA side of things, you got the Four Nations squaring off on the NHL side of things. You got a lot going on and a lot of fun to be had. You got Inter Miami tonight. So for those of you who want to get involved in some picks, well, we're no professionals. You should not take our word for it, but we're going to try our best here next. Let's blitz the book presented by Hard Rock Bet.
Send some heat. Pin your ears back. It's time to blitz the book. Presented by Hard Rock Bet.
Blitzing the book presented by Hard Rock Bet. Go download it today on the Google Play Store, the Apple App Store. You got friends interested in betting. You can refer friends, get bonuses because of it. You can go check out the Discover page, see any promo bets. There's 17 in February that are going to be released. You got the MMA, college basketball. You can build parlays, little as $1. Put it in. Go check out the Discover page. See what other users have put together themselves. You can tag along in just a few taps. That's how easy it is. And when I was checking out Hard Rock Bet earlier, because it's got a huge college basketball slate tomorrow, which I get into, it's you got the player props, you got the actual spreads, the totals. The point totals is a big one in college hoops. You're going to be watching this stuff anyway. You might as well sprinkle a little action on it. So let's blitz the book, Mike. All right, Mike. So we could go really deep down into it, but is there any picks that are screaming to you on the early part of the season?
I actually, if you go to our ESPN West Palm Instagram, YouTube, X, I posted my bets of the weekend.
All right,
and
what do you have?
Partner, I already have a dead ticket.
What do you mean you already have a dead ticket?
I have a dead
What'd you
ticket.
bet?
I took a soccer game today, and I picked Chelsea to win. They're down 3-0. So we're already not on the wrong side. We're already not on the right side of things. But no, it was just one game. It was just. But I made a parlay. I made a parlay for the weekend in Premier League soccer. I did Newcastle to win, Nottingham Forest to win, and Man United to win. Colin 20 to win, 594. Newcastle is in good form. Manchester City just got knocked out of Champions League. That's who they're playing. Nottingham Forest is the surprise of the Premier League. They're playing Fulham. And then Man United is playing Tottenham. Tottenham's a mess as well, but so is United. It's why I'm getting such good odds. I went with a lot of road teams this weekend. I already got bit in the butt by Chelsea. Seacat, 3-0. It's not like this is like 1-0, like this was a good game or anything. Brother, I was completely on the wrong side of the coin on that. But no worries, we're loading back up with that parlay. 20 to win, 594. Once again, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, Manchester United, all on the road. Let's hope I can win some money back with the parlay.
Manhattan is getting 3.5 points in their building against Merrimack. Sign me up. Manhattan, +3. +3 on a Hard Rock bet, actually. Fairfield's playing again. Did you see Fairfield knocked off Marist?
Bro, I don't pay attention to Fairfield.
No, hold on. You didn't see it? It was a 3-quarter court as time expired to win the game.
Was this on the top 10? I must
it was
have
a Sports
missed
Center
it.
play.
I apologize.
It
I
was
missed
Fairfield in Marist.
Dude, what is up with this team?
Fairfield is 16.
Are they?
No. Marist was 16-3. And Fairfield is sitting now at 9-15. They knocked them off.
Colin, is Fairfield going to be one of those Cinderella stories that wins their conference tournament and ends up in the big dance?
Mike, they're 9-15.
But they can win the conference tournament and end up in the dance.
Maybe. That would be a first 4 game.
Do we bet on that? Is there a way we could bet on them to win their conference tournament and go to the tournament?
Probably. I'm taking Manhattan +3, Fairfield +2.5. I'm in an underdog mood, so we got Manhattan against Merrimack.
What are these games?
And Fairfield, you know what I took the other day? And I got burned on was Richmond against Loyola Chicago. Richmond was at home,
yes.
+5.5, and it was an OT game. It was 70-70 at the end of overtime. Loyola Chicago comes out of overtime, hits 5 threes in 6 possessions.
Oh my God.
What am I supposed to do?
We got Christian. We got Auburn. We got number 1 versus number 2 this weekend. We have Wisconsin versus Purdue. And he's taking who? Who are you? Mercyfield?
No, I'm taking Manhattan.
Merryfield?
No, I'm taking Manhattan against Merrimack. And then I'm taking Fairfield, who's got St. Peter's on the road.
Who are these teams?
Quick. What's the Manhattan's mascot?
It is the Knights. No, what is it?
The Jaspers.
Jaspers. Okay.
What's a Jasper?
I don't know, but one of my friends in high school went to Manhattan. That's why I know that.
Yeah,
Colin, is it like a Joker? Is a Jasper like a Joker? A clown?
Yeah, I think it.
Christian, is it a clown?
I think it's like a comedian.
Hang on. Like a clown funny? Funny how? Like a clown funny?
Oh, he knows what he said. He said funny how?
It's a historical figure from Manhattan College.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay, that's it.
A Jasper.
Colin,
a Jasper is a... This is not helping me.
Represents the college spirit, leadership, and connection to
I don't like
It's
that.
not good
I
enough.
don't like
yeah,
that.
Colin,
like
maybe
that.
you should 86 that bet, bro.
Maybe I should, get out of that. I don't like that. I don't like the Jasper.
I think
All
you
right, Manhattan's out. Manhattan's out. All right, I'm back in. Taking what else? Should I take Ryder against Iona? They're getting 5.5. I don't think so.
I know Iona. Ryder
upset Penn State when I was in school there.
Oh, okay.
All right, there's a little mojo. Let's take Ryder +5.5. I like that.
You don't want to take any. You hate taking the big games.
No,
right?
no. Let's take. Well, I want to watch it and just enjoy it. That's part of the.
Well, hang on. I'm starting to think that Colin's friends that are in town have some skin on the game on Manhattan and Ryder.
No, they do not.
Okay,
Here's what they do. They're all in on Wisconsin, and Wisconsin has Purdue this weekend. Wisconsin, a basketball team that is very good. They have 6 losses, but it's a team that has not had a big win all year long. They've lost to every good team that they have played, and I am not sold. So that's an opportunity for them to actually do something there. Houston's playing Arizona too. That Auburn-Alabama game, let's see what the line is. I might touch that one. Let's see.
What about Wisconsin hockey? At the Buckeyes. 7 o'clock. Tonight.
I'll take that one.
On the money line, the Buckeyes
I don't even
are
know
minus 180.
What is Wisconsin hockey up to right now? Do you have the number there? I'll look. I'll get that going.
Wisconsin's plus 140 on the money line in college hockey tonight on the road in Columbus against the Buckeyes.
I heard the Buckeyes are pretty good at hockey, and this is me not knowing anything, but I actually think Ohio State's pretty good at hockey.
Yeah, so is Wisconsin. I don't know. I'll take it. Let's do it. You take Ohio State, I'll take Wisconsin.
That's not how this game works.
No,
we got our parlay built.
I already, I hit
so
the
I got two. All right, yeah. So your part, you got to add something to this too. I got Ryder and Fairfield.
I did already.
You want to take?
Yeah, I'm taking all three of those. I'm taking
Okay.
all three of those Premier League games.
Okay, I'll add those right now. We'll see what we got. All right, so what'd you take for your Premier League bets? Let's go through this.
I took Newcastle.
Chelsea's plus 20,000 at the moment.
They're down 3-0 in the 88th minute. I would not sprinkle
Plus
money on that.
20,000?
No. They're done. They
Plus
didn't have
1,300 on a
I
tie.
really, Christian, I really underestimated both of their strikers being out in this game. I did Newcastle at City.
Okay.
I did Nottingham Forest at Fulham, and I did Manchester United at Tottenham. I took all road teams. That's why we're getting $5.94.
All right. So we're plus 10,000 at the moment. We got Ryder, Fairfield, Newcastle. All right. First of all, we have a lot of underdogs.
Yeah, but you're not taking money lines, Colin, so it evens out. You have a coin flip
True.
with
I'm taking the
Fairfield,
spread.
coin flip with Ryder. I have the odds here.
The
and
odds
that
of-
5-bet parlay.
Oh, I had it too. It's plus 10,982. Yeah. You seeing the same thing? All right, plus 10,982. I say we add one more. Let's add a weird one. Quinnipiac's at Sacred Heart tonight. Princeton's at Brown. What's Brown doing this year? Harvard, hold on. Harvard's getting 6.5 points at home.
We're going Ivy League?
Hold on.
Going Ivy League?
Hold on, Mike.
Oh, but it's the Cornell Bears. You want to beat Big Red.
Yeah, hold on a second. Harvard's going to be into this game. Harvard is 7-13. Cornell is 13-7. Harvard is 0-2. They just lost to Cornell last Saturday. They're going to lose twice in a week? We sure about that? Actually, it was 2 weeks ago. Excuse me.
Harvard money line?
Did we take Harvard on the money line?
I think so.
Cornell just gave up 103 points to Yale last Saturday. I'm liking this. Cornell trending downward.
Take a walk, Andy Bernard.
I like this. Let's take Harvard.
$20 bet.
All right, are we taking the money line? All right, let's do plus 210.
Uh-huh.
All right, Harvard to win in their building. That's what we got. We got a 6-leg parlay. Here's what we got. We got Fairfield plus 2.5 against St. Peter's on the road. Riders going to Iona. They got plus 5.5 in that one. Newcastle. They're home?
No, they're away. All my picks are on the road. That's
wow.
That's why my bet.
They're playing Man City. Okay.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest is playing Fulham, and then Manchester United is playing Tottenham.
Yep.
All on the road.
All on the road. But good news is Newcastle count. If they win, they jump City and they're in Champions League.
Okay.
So that's my thinking on that. And then Nottingham's been the hottest team and most surprising team in the Prem this year. And listen, United is we're hashtag betting with our heart there. I think they're going to be able to beat Tottenham. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. I'm a fan of Ryder because they beat Penn State when Christian was at Penn State. 9-15 on the year, so we'll see how they respond here. They've won one game in February, so maybe they could turn it around. They lost to Merrimack a couple weeks ago as well. Merrimack underrated against Manhattan. So Ryder,
don't need him to win.
Don't need to win. Just got to cover. Plus 5.5. I like that. On the road, too. Tough building. All right, that's our pick. That's our spread with plus 34,000, Christian.
Take that $20 you were going to order Uber Eats or DoorDash, and instead you make generational wealth.
Did we put $20 on that? How much do you get? $20, you get $6,871.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, Colin Russo Jr., welcome to your private school.
I put $2 on that. $687 payout. Mike, you better be confident in these picks. Yeah. I'm confident in Ryder.
Brother, I already lost my pick of the weekend. We're done losing. Right, Christian? We're done losing.
Law of averages.
Done losing.
All right. I like it. Let's do it. There's I just placed it. So this is in. This is in the book.
We're done losing.
Hard Rock bet. We placed it. That's our listen. First things first. If you just listen to how we talk through this, clearly we're not professionals. So take this with a grain of salt.
Yep.
But Ryder, Fairfield, both with the points. Harvard to win against Cornell in their building. And then Man United, Newcastle, and Nottingham Forest all to win. All right. Done. I like this. That was our Blitz the Book. Wow. I mean, this is either going to get really, really interesting or really, ugly.
So I already placed the ticket on my soccer bets. and I have another 20. So 20 to win $594. And then in the break.
You put $20?
I mean, I deposited $100 for the weekend.
Okay.
So $20 on United, on the whole parlay. That's 20 to win $594. And then what was you said $20 would win what, Christian? On
$6,871.
Dude, I'd be $7,300 plus $7,300 if all of that hits over the weekend.
That's how numbers work.
Oh my gosh.
Addition.
I like it.
We got to do. You know what? I'm doing it. I'm 100. I'm doing it. I'm going to post.
There's something to Fairfield.
Christian, if I come in here with $7,300 on Monday, we're going to the. I hope they're a partner. We're going to the Breakers, and I'm buying steaks for all three of us on this show. Okay. I'll buy steaks at the Breakers if I win $7,300.
You're going to be down $7,300 pretty quickly if you order us all steaks.
No, actually, you want what I'm going to do? I'm going to give Evan Cohen $1,000 for all three of us to go to that ridiculous party that we weren't invited to.
That is not worth the money. That is not. I will sell
I'm
you
going
on
to buy.
that.
Hey, Evan, guess what? I'm going to buy my way into the party. I don't need you.
I don't like that.
I'm going to go right to the source of the Breakers.
They'll say thanks for your donation. Take a walk.
And guess what? You want to know? Once I get us those
I don't
tickets,
think Evan can make that decision either.
Once I get us those tickets and those steaks, I still probably have $3,000 left over. Not bad.
That's how they get you. Because you win your $7,000 and then you're blowing it immediately. That's how they get you. And then you're back doing the parlays. That's how they get you, Mike. That's how they get you.
We love Hard Rock Bet, man. I can't wait to make these parlays count.
All right. Let's see if we hit plus 30-something thousand in that one. Blitz in the book presented by Hard Rock Bet. Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo.
Colin, where is this? Where I have to ask, where are these obscure college, like, you know I'm a soccer fan,
They're all
and like the Premier
Northeastern
League
schools.
is my league.
They're all Northeastern schools.
Who in the hell is Ryder?
Ryder beat Penn State back when Christian was there.
Ryder is a character in Star Wars Rebels. Like that, when I think of Ryder, I think of Ryder Imzadi.
It's in New Jersey. It's in Lawrence Township, something like that. I don't know. It's in New Jersey.
Okay, they're serious about their hoops.
Well, they're 9-15, so they're not that serious.
Christian, are they serious about hoops up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, Ryder, I wish we took Fairfield against Marist. Wow, we'll talk about a value pick. You got to look up that highlight. Fairfield was down against the best team in their conference, 16-3, and they hit a three-quarter court shot to win the game.
My God.
Right? Unbelievable. We got to do a little 5 at 5 on the flip side of things. We got baseball coming up here pretty soon. It's time for baseball in West Palm Beach because spring training just around the corner. Cacti Park at the Palm Beaches, it's the place to be. Grab your family, friends, soak in the sunshine, green grass, crack of a bat. Watch the Astros and the Nationals take on teams like the Yankees, the Mets, the Braves. For the first time ever, the Toronto Blue Jays are coming into town. You can catch the excitement from February 22nd through March 23rd. Tickets are on sale now at cactipark.com. Don't miss your chance to be part of the action. Secure your seat today. I'm excited for baseball, especially in the area. If you're a Palm Beach County resident and you're not going to 3, 4, maybe even more spring training games, you're missing out. It's baseball season. There's nothing going on. You might as well go enjoy some baseball. We'll do a little 5 at 5 on the flip side of things after this timeout. It's Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3.
Banyan Printing, your trusted printing, mailing, and signage partner in the Palm Beaches for over 45 years. Banyan Printing's new metallic ink press adds that extra shine so that your product comes out in glossy gold, sparkling silver, or any other color you want to shine. Banyan Printing is the official printer of Kaiser Athletics and would love to be your official printing partner as well. Order products and learn more about what Banyan Printing can do for your business at banyanonline.com or call 561-586-6220.
This Valentine's Day, give the one you love a gift with endless possibilities. Give a gift card to the Breakers Palm Beach. Breakers gift cards let you treat the one who matters most to the things they love the most, like irresistible oceanfront getaways, lessons at the Breakers' new golf and racket club, pampering at the exquisite spa, and shopping at the resort's stylish collection of on- and off-site boutiques. Gift cards may also be used for dining at the Breakers' renowned restaurants and bars, including Echo, Henry's Palm Beach, HMF, and Flagler's Steakhouse. What's even better, for a limited time, when you purchase a $500 gift card online at thebreakers.com, you'll receive an additional $50 on that card, compliments of the Breakers. This Valentine's Day, give the one you love a gift card to the Breakers Palm Beach. and remind them why they fell in love with you in the first place. Visit thebreakers.com today.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom. Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. Tonight, the future of the NBA takes center stage as the league's best young talent shine in the Rising Stars game at 9 from San Francisco. It's dunks, dimes, and defense. Okay, maybe not much defense. It's the NBA Rising Stars game right here on ESPN 1063.
Improve your golf game fast at the all-new Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center has the facilities, tools, and coaching you need. Enjoy the best facilities in the area with an expansive chipping and putting area, practice bunkers, a huge putting green, plus a 2,000 square foot indoor training area with 3 hitting bays, cutting-edge analysis technology, and more. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center in the heart of Palm Beach County off I-95 and the Turnpike. Find out more at KaiserGolfCenter.com.
Hey everyone, it's Kevin Love.
This is Bam Adebayo. This is Terry Rozier.
This is Jaime Jaquez Jr.
This is Nikola Jovic.
This is Duncan Robinson.
This is Tyler Hero of your Miami Heat, and you're listening to ESPN West Palm.
ESPN 1063 is your home for Miami Heat basketball.
The all-new 2025 Land Rover Defender 130. Designed for adventure, built for luxury. With seating for up to 8 and power for any terrain, it's ready to take you further. Now with financing as low as 3.9% APR for 48 months. That's just $22.53 a month per $1,000 financed. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today or go to LandRoverPalmBeach.com to start your adventure in the 2025 Defender 130.
F45 Training in downtown West Palm and Wellington offers functional group fitness classes reimagined. F45 features high-intensity group-style workouts that are fast, fun, and results-driven. They always have the right workout for you. The best part is, it takes just 45 minutes. If you're looking to train for something like High Rocks, F45 has you covered with tailored workouts. Get started today with a promo of your first 3 classes for just $30. Visit F45training.com to find a studio near you and officially join the F45 family. F45, team training, life-changing.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
Ball into the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game, Rizzo. Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Colin!
Second hour of a Valentine's Day edition of Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Christian Cat. As always, taking you up till 6 o'clock tonight. Got ESPN High School Game Day coming out from 6 to 7 p.m. tonight. Get some Inter-Miami coverage tonight. Packed weekend for those celebrating Valentine's Day and for those who are not celebrating Valentine's Day, like Mike and I. But we're having a good time here as we roll on the program. We got to do a little 5 at 5 in just a few short moments. Christian Cat will actually help us out there. But Valentine's Day for Christian, I'm excited because him, Theo Dorsey, who's on Theoretically Speaking, which you could hear 2 to 4 weekdays on these various stations. I mean, in terms of the people Mike and I work with, I think everybody's in like a relationship except for Mike, me, maybe 1 or 2 others.
So it's talking about. There's a singles club in this office.
It's Lucas Rubio, a marketing consultant.
Hold on. Don't air him out.
We don't need, These names don't mean anything to people either.
There are boys.
So what is there, 2?
MJ. Allowed them. They don't care.
Yeah, that's 2, right?
And there's some girls that are also single.
Like who?
Like
Hold on, be careful.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's multiple. So like acting like you guys are the lone wolves here.
I don't think there are.
I think there's 1.
There's 0. They're all in a relationship.
You're wrong on that. You're wrong on that. There's 1. There's 1.
So.
You're wrong on that.
That's what she told you, huh?
Hey.
Well, Mike got a Valentine today.
Fair play. Yeah. So did 80% of the office.
She told me she had a girlfriend.
Thanks, Christian.
Let's do some 5 at 5, huh? How's that sound?
Number 1.
Oh, no.
He's not ready. He's not ready for the 5 at 5.
Wow, Christian.
He's laughing so hard.
5.
He's laughing so hard at my misery.
The clock strikes 5. It means one thing. It means 5 at 5, Christian. Valentine's Day.
That's not what she told me.
I'm looking forward to Monday and Tuesday because we've got TGL. We're going to be live.
They got like
from the
4
SoFi
matches
Center.
in 2 days.
On Monday and Tuesday, Russo and Rizzo will be live from the SoFi Center in Palm Beach Gardens. Did you hear the big news in TGL, by the way? One of the criticisms in this new league is that the hammer wasn't being thrown enough. People want the hammer thrown to make the point worth 2. Wasn't happening. So what did TGL do? They changed the rules for the better. It's a brand new league. Now, both teams start with 3 hammers. They can throw them whenever they want.
3 total.
Yeah. Or no, 3 for each team. So It's not that it gets passed back and forth. No.
It's at a selected finite number.
Yeah, exactly.
You like that?
I
like
love that.
I think that works.
The problem was when you have these world-class golfers, once you have a lead, there's no reason to make a hole worth double to give the other team a chance.
You play conservative.
So the hammer wasn't being thrown by teams that were in the lead. Now, both sides get 3 hammers, throw them whenever they want.
I like that too because towards the end of a match, if one team who had a hot start throws a couple hammers early on, let's say run out by the 8th hole, then all of a sudden a late match run by the other team and they still have all 3, they're saving them. Then all of a sudden you get 6 points worth on 3 holes. It could change. There's a big tide shift there instead of waiting for the other team to throw. I kind of like that. Because I was going to think, if my initial thought is if they were going to change it, they would have changed it to like you have to throw it within 2 holes or within 3 holes. That's where I thought it was going. But instead of giving them an actual, an inventory of hammers, I think that works better.
We're going to get pretty much a guaranteed 3 hammer throws because someone's going to be down. Someone's going to want to do it.
I would say 4 or 5. They might as well.
I just think it's also, but if you're ahead, why would you throw yours?
I'm going to assume that the losing team is going to throw all 3 because they have to try. And I assume if the winning team is developing a lead, they're going to throw it once or twice as well. Maybe. Is that number 1?
Yeah, that was mine.
That was yours. Number 1.
That was number 0.
Number 1.
So enough of the golf talk. Let's talk about the Texans offensive coordinator, Nick Haley.
There's some sound, but we're not ready. We're not ready for that.
What offensive coordinator?
So Nick Haley, new offensive coordinator. He was tight ends coach and passing game coordinator for the Los Angeles Rams. DeMeco Ryans believes that he is the coach to get that offense back on track.
Really strong in my conviction that he can lead us and
get us over the hump. Right? We've had a lot of good success these first 2 years, and the reason for doing it is I think there's another level that we can go to. And as I said earlier, it's my job to take this organization to new heights, and I think hiring Nick will help us to get there.
One thing I'll say, too, is I thought getting rid of Slowick was the right move, because that team had a lot of issues offensively, and they had issues that were outshined by C.J. Stroud's excellent performances.
Yes.
The year prior, too. They were over-reliant on third down. They relied too much on hero ball, deep shots. It just didn't work enough. And so whatever this guy's going to do, if they can access something different, they have too much talent to not be a consistent offense, and they weren't a consistent offense. They were a better defense than they were on offense. Yep. They have more talent on offense than they do on defense.
I think there's a lot to fix on the offensive line. The line did a decent enough job blocking in the run game, but C.J. Stroud was battered by pressure all year long. Joe Mixon was the MVP of that offense this year. I wonder if they're going to bring back Stephon Diggs. He's a free agent as well. They have a lot of young receivers on that team. But the biggest thing, this guy's had to figure out C.J. I think the reason Slowick isn't there anymore is because he really dropped the ball in Stroud's sophomore year. Now, we all know the sophomore slump. But I guess I could take Ryan for face value. And it seems like, guys, that this McVay coaching tree really does a good job once they get out of the system. Once they get their own offenses and start working together, I think it's a pretty good hire.
Number two.
Well, today is the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl parade. And apparently schools are closed around town, and Philly fans, if they're not in school anymore, are actually lying about being sick to get out of work to go to the parade.
I went to urgent care and lied about being sick, so I have the flu.
I have strep throat today. I can't make it to work.
Then I had a bad headache and I had PMS.
I'm vomiting a lot.
No excuse. I told my boss to meet me here later.
I work for the city. We closed today.
I told my boss that I'm lactose intolerant. I had too much ice cream the night before, and I had to take off today.
I'm unemployed! Go Birds! I am a teacher, so my school closed down for the day.
I just said straight up, I'm out of office.
So I'm fascinated. Why don't
Christian read the question?
Is it fair or foul for Eagle fans to skip work?
I'm surprised more businesses did not give them off to go to the parade.
Philadelphia is one of those cities.
It's small. It's not New York City. It's not like things are going to shut down in New York City. It's Philadelphia.
The epitome of that fan base is that guy going, I'm unemployed, go Birds.
If New York shuts down for a day, the world feels it. But if Philadelphia shuts down for a day, I'm not sure if people feel it. It's not like the economy is going to take a tumble.
Isn't Philly like a big banking city, or am I wrong?
They have banking districts, but not a big banking city.
Okay.
Chicago, would they shut down?
No.
But the Bears need
they
much,
definitely
right?
would. Christian, they would.
Probably. Did they shut down for the Cubs?
I don't know.
We'll find that out.
There were a million fans there. There were over a million fans there. I know that for
that's tough because that's like the second biggest, right?
Yeah.
When you term Northeast or Midwest.
But in terms of that blue collar, small market,
so the two, I think,
mid-market city.
And I'm going to shoot from the hip because we're going to look it up in the break. I believe the Cubs had the biggest parade, and then number two was Cleveland when the Cavaliers won it in 2016. There were over a million people in downtown.
I'm just surprised that some bosses don't give their go to the parade. Go enjoy it. Maybe it's because of the Eagles and they've won. They won 7 years ago, so maybe it's like, all right, well, we already had one.
I'm sure a couple of companies did, but
I'm surprised more didn't. I'm okay with that.
All I know,
it only happens once.
All I know is, boys, I'm unemployed. Go Birds.
Number three.
Finally can pay attention to college basketball. It's a big weekend. Number one versus number two. What's another word for the Iron Bowl but basketball? The Iron Contest between Auburn and Alabama, as well as a bunch of other good games as well. March is right around the corner. What team are you starting to trust the most come March Madness?
Auburn's the best team in the country.
I agree.
People are high on Alabama. I understand they can score. The problem is Alabama's like the Alabama of last year. Can't defend at a high level. But Auburn is the UConn of last year. Auburn, I could totally see running their way through the tournament, if healthy. They're all a bunch of 24. Chad Baker-Mazara is the second best player on Auburn. He's older than Luka Doncic. And he's 25 years old. And he's playing college hoops. Come on. All right. A little much. All right.
Hang him up.
Hang him up, dude. But in terms of what's going on this weekend, you got a packed slate, which I'm excited for. Team I trust the most, I'll tell you the team I still don't trust, it's Duke. Duke is big. Duke's got Cooper Flagg. Duke's got a ton of talent, But Duke is suffering from what Duke suffers from every year, the reliance on a freshman. Late game.
Is Flag different, though?
I mean, how many times have they asked him to close out a game? They asked him to close out the Kentucky game, and they stunk. The Clemson game, he had a turnover on the last possession of the game. They're asking Cooper Flagg, who's not as refined offensively as people want to give him credit for. He's a high motor, great player, probably going to be a good pro, but he doesn't have the NBA skills yet. And then they're asking him to go get us a basket. That's not how a college team should operate late game, and who am I to say what Duke should do? But that's why I think it'll get burned in the tournament when it comes down to it.
Christian, Jay Billis said that the SEC is one of the best basketball conferences he's seen in college basketball. They have, in the history of college basketball, they have 9 teams in the top 25 this year. 9 teams in the top 25.
Did you see Carl Ravitch, who is their big color commentator, saying, how good is the SEC if they're all going to finish with if it's going to be a 500 record?
Is it a dog? Is it dog eat dog? And this is the same. We are now in the same conversation.
Wait. Yeah. So right, it's crazy.
They're eating their own.
Exactly. Like if you're a great conference, you're going to at least be better than 500.
So, is this? By the way, the team I trust. I agree with Colin, Auburn. I'm trying to find the team that's not in the SEC that's going to go on that run. And to be honest, boys, I don't think I found one yet. The Big Ten stinks. I agree with Colin about Duke. What are we left with? Houston and St. John's? I can't trust Purdue.
Iowa State's really good.
I can't trust Purdue without Edey. I can't trust that Kansas team that it might be one of the worst Kansas teams in 20 years in that Big 12 conference. I don't know. I honestly, my answer is the SEC because I don't know what other team I'm going to take other than that loaded conference.
Iowa State.
You believe in them?
Yes. That team is great. They're skidding right now.
They lost
but
2
that
in a
team's
row.
great. Team's great. I saw Marquette go into that building, and they trailed by 15 for the entire game. And Marquette played well.
Okay. Is the Big 12... for years it was the Big 12 college.
But one thing, the SEC got some flack because the AP poll in college football, at least, was giving them all the benefit of the doubt. And you probably had teams that weren't deserving of top 25, but just because they're in the SEC, they were put in it. I don't think that's the case with basketball because all these teams are, quite literally beating each other. And all these teams who have beaten other conference teams earlier in the year because they all play each other. Like Auburn went to Duke, and that was their sole loss. And it was a classic. It was in Cameron Indoor, and they almost beat them. So all these teams play each other. You can't really think because it's not enclosed in that bubble. I don't know. It's college basketball really into it. The SEC they're all great. And they all beat each other too, which is the worst part.
I know I said Wisconsin. The Big Ten 6. What about Bucky? Kyle, what about your alma mater, Bucky? 16, baby.
You know what's funny? Every time they play a team with a 7-footer, they completely collapse.
They don't have a big, right?
No, they do, and he stinks. And
Wall cannot still.
Wall's not there.
Yeah, I was
it's Steven Crowell, who was Wall's buddy in crime, who also stinks. Can't guard a parked car.
How about Arizona, Colin? Caleb Love, round 7.
They're playing better now. I don't buy him. That Wisconsin beat them in their building. So. I don't know. We'll get into college hoops later on. Maybe next week. We'll see. Now I'm curious on how Auburn and Alabama is going to play each other. The only reason they put Alabama at number 2 is because they want that game to look good. Let's move on here. Number 4.
Number 4.
NBA All-Star Weekend starts tonight. The Slam Dunk Contest, as well as a brand new format for the game. How excited are you for the NBA All-Star Weekend on a scale from 1 to 10?
So let me get this straight. It's a little bit of a round robin on Saturday night between these 3 teams. And then I believe on Sunday, the champions play. And then tonight is the 3-point contest and the dunk contest. I believe that's the action. The fact that I don't know tells you, I don't even know who's in the dunk contest. I don't even know who's
No clue.
I don't even know who's in the 3-point contest.
No clue.
Talk about publicizing it. This is not for lack of trying. But I did see the 3 teams that they're putting together for the All-Star break. We'll see if it works. You try anything at this point. NHL seemed to find something and see how the ratings do. And with this 4 nations thing, if you wanted to shift to that and make it actually competitive roundabout, call it international duty like the soccer guys call it. It's the international shift. Maybe make it something like that. Who knows? But the fact that nobody cares.
Let's end the program, man. I'm at 0. To Colin's point, no idea who's in the dunk contest. No idea who's in the 3-point. Zaslow, we had Jonathan Zaslow on yesterday. You can hear him on the Zaslow Show 2.0 and ESPN Radio. What happened between Steph Curry and this WNBA player?
Sabrina Ionescu
Completely missed this story.
They had a 3-point contest last year.
Yeah.
And I believe she beat him. And they were going to do it. They were going to do it again.
Yeah, they were going to do it again,
Okay.
but they didn't figure out a way to make it different from last
They
year,
wanted
so they just didn't do it all together.
They wanted to seamlessly integrate it, and they couldn't get it. No buzz around it.
Are you guys at end the program yet? Are you at end the program yet?
I'm
I
not
like
gonna-
your international idea. I guess technically that wouldn't be ending
USA
the program.
Worst the World is where it's
but,
going.
But I think that we need to end the whole All-Star weekend. It's run its course. No one cares anymore. I'm 0 out of 10. I got family in town anyway. I wasn't watching in the first place. But this is a waste. This is a complete and absolute waste of time.
USA versus the World has some juice.
Sure,
If they were able to
I'm not disagreeing with that.
incentivize it.
I'm not disagreeing with that. But the whole All-Star weekend and the stars, we're all done, dude.
I
We're all
hate
done.
to be a voice of reason here, but just because I don't like it and a lot of people don't like it doesn't mean you got to end it because someone might like it.
No, no one likes this.
What's it hurting Mike Rizzo for it existing
you're right.
in its current
You're,
form?
you're right. The reason I'm so bitter about it, this was my favorite one. And it had a lot to do with LeBron being young. You know, like young LeBron. I remember when he was in the Rising Star game when it actually was cool. I remember LeBron's first year in 2005 when Allen Iverson was looking around and going, yeah, how many of you are going to be back? LeBron continued to make 25 in his career. That was fun. Michael Jordan talking smack to Kobe Bryant in 97 in Cleveland. That's fun. This is a waste of time. Tyrese Halliburton chucked up a half-court shot to begin the game last year. I turned it off, and I said I'm all done, and that's where this take comes from. It's a waste of time, and nobody cares. I love the international idea. I would get behind something like that. But All-Star Weekend with the stars don't care. Why should people spend their hard-earned money? It's a waste of time.
I love the peak LeBron hate before he actually won his first NBA ring. And
After 2011?
One of the key chirps against him was in the All-Star game. His team was down or something, and he brought the ball down the court. 5-4, he passes. And that was leading part of the interruption. That was leading first take the next day, showing another reason why LeBron can't lead your team to a championship because he passed.
The game meant something, but here's the thing. The pundits were talking about it. The game meant something. Winning that MVP award in that game meant something. It doesn't mean anything now. They've made a complete mockery.
It's a player problem.
You
can't point at the league. You can't point at the league. It's a player problem.
Then end it. End it and do what the hockey is doing. There's no problem. Just because someone figured it out doesn't mean you can't do it as well.
They're trying something different, so you got to at least let that play out and see how it looks. And then you go from there.
Speaking of player problem, that brings us
number 5.
The number 5, where it is Valentine's Day, and we've got a couple of players here in the Evan Cohen studios that have got problems. What are you guys doing tonight for Valentine's Day?
Well, I'm at Inter Miami.
Did you write players? Is that what you said?
No. I said, Colin, literally, I go, it's Valentine's Day. What are your plans, boys? But, Christian is, throwing his little slang
little
into
solo
it.
bachelors.
I'm at Inter Miami tonight. I'll be there till about 10:15 tonight. It's going to be a great time. I got Saturday tailgate tomorrow morning, so I will not be doing anything for Valentine's Day. But Colin's got friends in town. And I'm assuming they're good-looking kids. Kyle's a good-looking kid. They're young. They're going to hit the town. They're going to be seeing some girls. They're going to be
Mike,
seeing
you still
some
looking
girls.
for a Valentine? I can ask one of my buddies.
No, you guys, you get what I'm saying. But, couple of young kids hitting the town. They're going to find some girls tonight.
I don't think that a guy
What, do you think they're not
going
to find any, talk to any girls tonight? These kids are in West Palm Beach.
I just don't think you can say to another man, I assume your friends are good-looking.
They're good-looking kids.
You can say
What's
good-looking
wrong with what's wrong with that?
But you can't assume that. There's no information that tells you that they are.
Oh, okay.
It's also true.
Maybe that, but who knows?
I'd give 2 of them. 2 of them guys. The other 2, probably not.
Kyle, a little hurting.
Damn, do they know who's
Personality hires. Yeah. Huh?
Do they know who's who?
They're not. Are they listening?
Maybe. Yeah, they probably know.
Dang.
One looks like a lumberjack, so he's a style. He's got the
people are into the beards.
He's got an appeal.
He's a lumberjack. I would listen. I get it. I don't know. He's a type. He's a type. I don't know if he's objectively a good-looking guy, but he's a type.
Yeah, they're going to be looking for girls tonight, bro.
I don't know about that.
It's a fun time.
I haven't seen these guys in a minute. I think that will be the key to the keys to the castle. That was our 5 and 5. Thank you, Christian, for helping us out there on Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 1063. We roll on here, taking a timeout. Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 1063.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Finally, it's time to focus on what really matters. Basketball season. It's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, and I'm thrilled to say that ESPN 1063 is your home for the Miami Heat. Yes, every dunk, every clutch shot, and every win. Heat culture.
DQ Grill and Chill, always your Valentine for delicious treats. Enjoy the blizzard of the month, the Red Velvet Cake Blizzard. Indulge in real red velvet cake pieces and cream cheese icing, blended with DQ Signature Soft Serve. Make sure you pick up your Cupid cake, a great Valentine's Day gift, with DQ Grill and Chill's custom red velvet or a specific flavor for your liking. $13.99 through Valentine's Day. DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED. But Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
Is your air or water flowing perfectly in your home? If the answer is no, EDS is yes. Theo here, and for me, EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing is my go-to, and it should be yours too. EDS is Palm Beach County's trusted AC and plumbing expert. They'll make sure your air and water flow perfectly. EDS is a train comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. Go to EDSIsYes.com. That's EDSIsYes.com. When comfort matters, EDS is yes.
This Valentine's Day, give the one you love a gift with endless possibilities. Give a gift card to the Breakers Palm Beach. Breakers gift cards let you treat the one who matters most to the things they love the most, like irresistible oceanfront getaways, lessons at the Breakers' new golf and racket club, pampering at the exquisite spa, and shopping at the resort's stylish collection of on- and off-site boutiques. Gift cards may also be used for dining at the Breakers' renowned restaurants and bars, including Echo, Henry's Palm Beach, HMF, and Flagler's Steakhouse. What's even better, for a limited time, when you purchase a $500 gift card online at thebreakers.com, you'll receive an additional $50 on that card, compliments of the Breakers. This Valentine's Day, give the one you love a gift card to the Breakers Palm Beach and remind them why they fell in love with you in the first place. Visit thebreakers.com today.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that wants to learn more about careers with Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 1063.
A Valentine's Day edition of Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 1063. If you've been in a car accident, truck accident, had an accident, suffered a slip and fall, my friends Mark Anajar and Glenn Levine over at Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys, they're here to fight for you. They don't charge you unless you win. They work tirelessly to get you the maximum compensation that you deserve. Listen, let's call it like it is. They're the best in the business for a reason. Don't settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine today because that's the difference. All it takes. One phone call to take back control of your life. Don't wait. Call for that free consultation today. Don't waste any time getting back what you deserve. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Take back control now with Anajar and Levine. All right, we talked about sort of lifelong first loves with sports and who that first person was to give you the spark for a sport, a team, a player, whatever it may be, whatever it is. But let's think a little short-sighted here. The NFL season just concluded. We saw everything. So the Super Bowl is now over. There's no more hypothesizing. What is that one part of the NFL season, the one player, one team, one story that you fell in love with this year?
Mine's Baker. Bake, take me back, baby. Baker
You
had
went in on it last year?
Well, here's the problem. He kind of, you guys know I'm a Browns fan. He, number one, ran himself out of Cleveland, and the fans kind of did as well, okay? It ended ugly. And I was happy to see him bounce back on his feet last year. But, Colin, this year, the guy threw for 4,500 passing yards and threw for 41 touchdowns. Bake, take me back, baby. Can you come back to Cleveland and quarterback our team? I mean, my God, 4,500 passing yards. I'd have to look at the Browns record books, boys. I think that'd be the most passing yards in a single season. I thought Baker and that Tampa team, and let's call it for what it is. That Tampa defense wasn't very good. Godwin was hurt throughout the year. Mike Evans was solid. They were running two running backs. They didn't know which one they liked better. The offensive line was so-so. I thought Baker elevated that team. And before the year, I think people were kind of falling in love a little bit with Atlanta. People were maybe making an argument for the Saints, and Tampa was just there. I got to go with Baker and him elevating the Buccaneers and me wanting him back on the Cleveland Browns with the nightmare that I have right now with Garrett wanting out and we're in quarterback hell. Definitely Baker Mayfield, my Valentine for the NFL.
One thing I'll say is,
season.
Baker was doing this last year, and everybody thought with Dave Canales leaving to go take that Panther job, that offense was going to take a hit. In slides Liam Cohen at offensive coordinator, and all of a sudden they've had two offensive coordinators in 2 years get head coaching gigs. And maybe that's a testament to what Baker's able to do with that offense, and maybe it's a testament to how good both those candidates were. I think it's probably a mix of both.
And Colin, something Baker learned, I think, in Tampa Bay is getting the ball out quick. A lot of the times he'd hang on to the ball. He wasn't making the right reads. He gets the ball out quick, and he knows where he wants to go with the football. He truly is a top 10 quarterback in this league. And if Tampa Bay is able to figure a couple of things around him, a la that defense, remember they won with that defense with Tom Brady. If they have Baker playing at that level, they're going to be a threat someday in the NFC. It is definitely Mayfield for me. And, sometimes you don't, in lieu of Valentine's Day, boys, sometimes you don't know what you got till it's gone.
I got two on mind here, both quarterbacks, both big stories. And one of them's Darnold because I always like somebody kind of clawing their way back. And one thing I think about it when I think about the hindsight of what Sam Darnold was able to accomplish, Baker Mayfield is sort of an example, but he did win a playoff game in his previous spot. Sam Darnold has changed the way, him and Geno Smith have changed the way you look at the quarterback position. He is giving them a second breath of life, giving teams here's the proof that if you get a quarterback with the right marriage with the head coaching staff and you get them in the right situation, they could actually be much better than maybe what you're giving them credit for. Used to be a cut him short, cut him loose, goodbye, good riddance. Darnold was able to claw himself a very, very successful year, an MVP close to level year. I think he's changed the way people view quarterbacks. So for that, Darnold is somebody that with the process, with the story, the optics of what he did and the season he had, I know it ended ugly, but you can't overlook the 14 wins. I think he's one of them. I think the other one, weirdly enough, is, again, another underdog thing, not a lot of expectations coming into the year. Bo Nix. Think about it. What was Denver supposed to be viewed at coming into the year? Denver came into the draft. They had a terrible contract that they just got out from under with that Russell Wilson deal, and the terrible trade and a terrible sign. They weren't seeing eye to eye with Sean Payton and Wilson. They get him out of there, and they sign they draft the 6th quarterback off the board at 12th overall. The 6th. How many times does the 6th quarterback off the board, maybe Lamar?
Yeah.
Consistently and that quickly outperform basically nearly the rest of his peers. And that, to me, Bo Nix, somebody who was in college for about 1,100 years, but was always kind of that gritty, figure-it-out type of player. I like Bo Nix. I like what Denver did there. And he's somebody that it's easy to root for. He's easy to root for because he doesn't care how he wins.
And I think
you can tell he doesn't care.
I think a lot of it had to do with Peyton, too, to your point, man. I mean, Sean Payton could not stand Russell Wilson. My cousin down in Boca, cousin Michael, is a Bronco fan. And remember what he told us before the year? He goes, we'll win 3 games, win 4 games. They went to the playoffs. They went to the playoffs. And as a miserable Brown fan, this does give me a little bit of hope. You know, the Browns are done with Watson. They won't tell you they are, but they're done with Watson. He's injured. He's not going to be available. Who says that the Browns can't draft a quarterback and have some success next year? Peyton's an elite coach. I still like Stefanski, but that's a good one. That's a good one. I thought you were going to go Jaden Daniels, to be honest.
Love Daniels. And he was almost too good to kind of chalk it up as a honeymoon because it wasn't.
Yeah.
But Nix was somebody who outperformed, 6th quarterback off the draft. He's easy to root for. I like that city. I like that franchise. It was a fun defense. It's a fun fan base. Sean Payton, I'm up and down on. But Nix was one of those guys. He's just trying. He's slinging it. He doesn't care. He's trying it. That first drive against Buffalo where they scored in that first playoff game, they got killed in the game. But that was a gutsy drive. That's all I needed to see. That is all I needed to see.
So hang on. Kyle, no Valentine for the Silver Fox, Doug Peterson, for finally getting out of town. You're not sending him anything today? He's not your coach anymore.
No.
Christian, do you have one?
Yeah, I do. And this Valentine, this team that I fell in love with is because I took a trip in the winter. Direct flight, West Palm Beach to Philadelphia. And I got to Philly. And you know what? I've been a Philly hater for a long time. And, I went to college with a lot of Philly fans, still friends with a lot of Philly fans, and I always gave them a real bad rap. But I've never actually been to Philadelphia before. So going to the Reading Street Terminal Market, having a cheesesteak, having kind of the sights and the sounds of Philadelphia, I actually got the ethos of where these people are coming from and why they might be misunderstood. So I actually sat amongst the Philly fans. I watched Eagles games with the Philly fan on a Sunday, and it was Eagles versus Commanders, the second time those two teams played. And the Commanders turned the ball over 5 times. They actually ended up beating the Eagles because Jalen Hurts got hurt on the second drive of that game. And I realized I've been selling this team short a bunch. And now I'm going to finally hear I understand it, and I hate them even more. So it's not the Eagles, it's the Commanders. I fell in love with Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders this football season, because how could you not? Seeing a team that has been plagued by horrible ownership finally
get out from under it.
Out from under that. And they were right all along. That's got to feel so vindicating. And how you felt for decades and decades about Dan Snyder, to actually see it come to fruition, where once you're out from under Snyder, you are winning games, going to the NFC Championship game. I fell in love with the Washington Commanders.
It's like getting the 5 bullseyes in a row. The first one, you're like, wow, all right, we hit that. And then they got the ownership right. They got the general manager right. They got the front office right. They got the quarterback right. They got the coaching staff right. That 5 for 5 bullseye is a rarity. That quickly, rarity in the NFL. Another good one.
Christian, Philly fan that bad? By the way,
yes.
You sat with them. They're that bad.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for the ones he knows. I can speak for the ones I know.
If you don't, I kind of want to press you a little bit on this. Because I've never been to Philly. I don't plan on going to Philly. And the only 2 Eagle fans that I really know,
underrated city though,
are John O'Terry, who works with us, and
Jeff Greenwald.
Jeff Greenwald also works with us, and Jeff's a fine Eagle fan. No problem with him. O'Terry's unbearable. But what was your thought process there with the Eagle fans?
They expect everything. Everything is, even though they're not a historically great, at least Super Bowl championship winning franchise, they expect to be, and I almost admire that.
They're a well-run organization. They're in a well-run organization.
And this is the victory lap, really. I mean, how can you say anything bad about the Eagles now when you look at the past turn of the
we're talking
century?
About their fans. We're not talking about the team. We're talking, the team's great.
But I'm saying now they are justified in expecting excellence because they have the trophies to back it up. And, I've been getting shout in the ear week over week about how take another NFC team when you turn the calendar to the year 2000 until now, who's had a better NFC duration? Patriots, obviously AFC. Chiefs, obviously AFC. But what NFC franchise has been better from 2000 on?
You could argue the Giants, but they've been so bad for about 10 to 15 years now that they're starting to kind of get out of it. You can argue
there because of the organization. I got to give the Niners some credit.
I was about to say, but they've never won. That's my thing. They have not won since the 90s with Steve Young, I believe, if my memory serves me correct.
If there is the best of the bunch in terms of the NFC, you'd probably have to lean Philly.
Packers are in the conversation.
About the Rams, they have a Super Bowl and they went with Goff.
Yeah, kind of
Rams,
together.
Packers, Eagles. Because the Eagles did it 2 different quarterback situations, 2 different coaching situations, and in close proximity. The Rams did it. I mean, they got to him twice in pretty close proximity, and that was 20 years prior. But
I have a question. Can I eliminate the Packers? They haven't done anything since 2010. Can I eliminate them?
But there's something to be said about...
and they're there. They're there.
Yeah, because you as a Browns fan would probably kill your firstborn child to have the Packers last 25 years.
Listen, I think that's going a little far, but I understand the point. I still think teams like the Eagles, the Rams, and even the Giants are above the Packers. I think they're like a distant 4.
Not even close.
I think they're a distant 4.
Not the Giants. The Giants
have 2, though.
Yeah,
like,
but
I guess we're not counting Super Bowls.
You're valuing the consistent success versus the 2 big runs. The Giants as a franchise, absolutely. But you're talking about since the turn of the century?
Yeah.
You can't but the Packers at the turn of the century, they won in 97. They got back
what about,
to
hang
in
on,
96.
Can I have a dark horse that we haven't mentioned? Sorry to cut you off, Tampa Bay. I mean, they won with Gruden. They won with Brady. They've been to the playoffs 2 years in a row now. They're usually a playoff-bound team.
I wouldn't put them up to that level, but something to be considered. Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't put it up to
2
that level.
Super Bowls since the turn of the century,
Let's get to really quickly before we get Mike out of here. Let's do our picks of the weekend presented by Hard Rock Bet.
It's no longer Russo and Rizzo.
I'm going to trust the team that's undefeated on the road this year.
It's a meaningless game.
That's my 2 cents, Colin.
It's Russo versus Rizzo.
Let's talk this out. Why put yourself behind the 8 ball? What, for pride?
Reputations are on the line. Egos will clash. Feelings will get hurt.
Now I'm going to be very pissed off.
Who's a sharp and who's a square?
What did I miss? What in the hell did I miss?
Time for Picks of the Night.
Russo versus Rizzo.
Presented by Hard Rock Bet.
Picks of the Night presented by Hard Rock Bet, where Mike and I put our heads against each other here, and we actually make picks versus 1 pick through the weekend. What is the records we have, Christian? Do you have them there?
So I thought it was unfair for one of my picks to go against Rizzo.
And you lost that. I lost my pick.
So I said, you know what? Throw it out. Exhibition. Last week didn't count.
Did you take the Chiefs?
I took the Chiefs, yeah. So I said, you know what? We're going to reset here.
So does Mike get 2 this week? Does Mike get 2 this week?
No, yours does not count either.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Russo, you are 3-2. Rizzo, you are 4-1.
Yeah, United really did a number on me at home against Palace, man. That was bad.
Down by 1 pick, Rizzo on top.
All right, Rizzo, you're leading this one. You know, I alluded to it a little earlier on the program, and I don't like putting my allegiance to it because I don't think they're that great of a team. But for an actual matchup game, I actually think they stack up pretty well. So Wisconsin Badgers and men's basketball against Purdue. In their building, Mackey Arena, what are they doing? They're getting 5.5 points. I'm rooting for the game, not them to win. I'm rooting for it to be close. Purdue does not have that marquee big they always have. Wisconsin stinks against a good big. They're pretty good against guards. Purdue has got 3 great guards. Off of that, I know it's a tough building to win in. Weirdly enough, Wisconsin plus 5.5.
Okay. I'm going to, since you're going with your alma mater, I'm going to go with one of my alma maters, in Ohio University, to beat Kent State tonight, plus 240.
No, doesn't count.
No?
Got to be minus 110.
So what's the spread? Is this basketball?
Yeah. It was plus 240 for Ohio to win.
So give me 15 seconds on the Hard Rock Bet app.
Wait, do you not have the spread available to you?
Stand by. I'll find you one.
You know the rules of the game, Mike.
I do.
This is absurd.
Because that win, if you were to get that, is more valuable technically than mine.
All right, so you're going to have the Ohio Bobcats plus 4.5.
Okay, let's do that.
Ohio Bobcats plus 4.5.
Let's do that.
Wisconsin
I'm sorry,
plus
I was going to
5.5.
go with one of my soccer ones on a minus, but since he was going with an alma mater, I couldn't find the Buckeye basketball, and not that I even wanted to think about them, but Ohio Bobcat basketball actually has a chance to go to the tournament this year, in my opinion.
Tonight, 7 o'clock. Is your game tonight, Colin?
No, it's Saturday. It's 16 versus 9. It's Purdue 9.
7.
Thank you.
So, If there's a game for Wisconsin to prove it, it's right then and there.
And can I give you one? Because this is Old Ohio's Day.
Have you watched a lick of their basketball team this year?
I watched their game a little bit against Miami. Battle of the Bricks. They lost, but it was a hard-fought game. Miami's pretty good at basketball. I can't
deal with that Battle of the Bricks. I know it helped us out in that big in the.
Dude, Ohio really did good for us for about 3 weeks, bro.
Yeah. And then we took the Battle of the Bricks, the regular season edition, and we got burned.
But we won.
We won the conference
Super Bowl.
We won the conference one. Yeah.
We won their Super Bowl.
All right, Mike's got to get out of here, but we roll on here on Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
I'm Ellie Anajar of Anajar and Levine. Injured in a car crash? Never rush to settle with insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Our experienced legal team will fight to win you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Ellie Anajar, for a free consultation and take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Mike Rizzo here with the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management Program. Sound the alarm. The Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes with Andy Reid are mortal. The Chiefs lose Super Bowl 59 to the Philadelphia Eagles 40-22, and the Eagles denied the Chiefs the first ever three-peat in the common Super Bowl era. Patrick Mahomes got sacked 6 times, 11 quarterback hits for that Eagle defense as well. Jalen Hurts played lights out. He won Super Bowl 59 MVP, but the Eagles win the Super Bowl, denying the Chiefs of that elusive three-peat. This is the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management Program. Accelerate your career in sports with the program committed to developing top-notch executives and managers with a focus on the job placement for students and graduates. The FAU MBA in Sport Management Program.
Attention, South Florida! The PGA Tour champions and the Pro Football Hall of Fame are teaming up for a one-of-a-kind event, the James Hardy Pro Football Hall of Fame Invitational. From March 31st to April 6th, the action takes over the old course at Broken Sound in Boca Raton, featuring Hall of Fame legends like Warren Sapp, Calvin Johnson, Andre Reed, Rondé Barber, Chris Carter, and more. Tickets are on sale now at JamesHardyInvitational.com. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the home of legends.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that wants to learn more about careers with Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Talking about the bonus bet on Hard Rock Bet. A Florida bettor took advantage of this $100 bonus bet last month. They used it on an 11-leg NFL parlay, paid them out $60,000. Not bad use of a $100 bonus bet that you can get on Hard Rock Bet if you try it now and that first bet does not win. That first bet can be a parlay, prop, the over, whatever you like to bet, any game you choose. Win that first one or get the same amount you bet back as a bonus bet. Hard Rock is great because if you're an MMA fan, you can bet that. If you're into the DBO and the Delray Beach Open, want to watch some tennis, you can bet that. You could do the college basketball, which is the big slate. You could bet the Ryder game. You could do whatever you want, any game, any league. Hard Rock Bet has you covered. Go check out the Discover page, see what promos are available, see what parlays are available. We put together our parlays earlier in this program. I'm taking Wisconsin tomorrow against Purdue. Going to be watching it live with some of my college friends, so that's going to be do or die time. If they were to let me down, that would be the opportunity too. But we're taking Wisconsin against Purdue tomorrow on the road, plus 5.5. And so no better time to get started on Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in front of the wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
That's good because you've always talked about how you are not emotionally attached to the Wisconsin team, but once you got skin in the game, it's like you went to every game and you're not painting your chest for them.
Right. And the last time Wisconsin played Purdue was in the Big Ten championship. No, the Big Ten semifinal in the college basketball. The semifinal of the Big Ten tournament in college basketball. Played Edie. That was like the second best team in the country, and they beat them in overtime. Classic game. I was at the Wisconsin Maine bar with all my buddies, and it was a crazy environment. Fun. But that was the last time they played Purdue, beat them, and then Wisconsin lost their last 2 games of the year. They lost the Big Ten championship to Illinois, and then they got blitzed by James Madison as a 12 seed in the first round of the tournament. So this team is synonymous with disappointment. Just synonymous. I am keeping that in my back pocket, but I'm still taking it plus 5.5 because I actually think matchup, good value bet. Christian, it seems like you have a life problem you got to get off your chest here.
Yeah, this is tough. Sometimes you write checks that you simply can't cash, or you can't guarantee that you can cash them, and I find myself in this exact scenario because I gave a Christmas gift to my wonderful girlfriend a couple months ago, right? That's when Christmas was. And one of which was a trip, tickets to a country music show.
She's a country music fan.
She loves it. And her favorite artist, at least her hottest artist, that's on the scene right now, was on the 3rd day of this country music festival.
It's a Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Sure is. And I thought, it's weird there's no single-day tickets available right now. I'm sure that'll change. And we are about a couple of months away from it, and I'm starting to sweat because only 3-day passes are available. And I sent direct messages to this festival. I've asked them several different times. I've begged. I've pleaded. A hat in hand.
Have you spoken to anybody who works for the festival?
The person behind the screen, I assume, does. That's managing their social media.
Oh, so somebody actually got back to you?
Yes.
And they said no?
Yeah. And then they said, we cannot guarantee it at this time. So then I said, listen.
Like,
I know you're a person.
I know you're just an admin, but I know you understand what I'm going through.
Exactly. I was like, listen, I'm really asking you as a friend, as just a person, can you please help me out here? Your best guess. Please tell me if you think, your educated guess, because you would know more than I would, make a guess, will single-day tickets ever be available for this year's 3-day concert? Because it's simple math. 3 days is more than one. 3-day GA pass will be a lot more expensive than one would be, and we don't want to go to the first and second day of this festival. The headliners are just not our style, and we wouldn't want to go there.
Well, it's also, you'd be exhausted by the time you even get to the day you're looking forward to.
Yeah.
Festivals are draining.
I've never actually been to a festival. I've been to
a day of one.
Yeah.
I have not been to a weekend. That's not me.
People glorify going on the barricade and taking Molly and going crazy and sneaking in liquor for the security guards. I don't understand.
At Lollapalooza in Chicago, people will go in a week early, bury bottles of liquor in the field, and then go dig it out when the event actually starts.
Yeah, I don't have that in me. I'm not a festival person, but
There's a word for that. There's a word for that.
I love the headliner. I love even the artists right before the headliner. They're both fantastic. And we haven't been to a country artist in a long time, so this is a pretty big gift to give. But I don't think I can give it because I haven't been able to buy the single-day ticket yet. So do I bite the bullet and spend maybe...
This is not in danger of selling out?
I don't think so.
And it's in April.
It's in April.
You have at least another month and a half.
Yeah.
That would be my take. By the end of March, then you got to start, all right, keep an eye on it once every 2 weeks. Check a look. Make sure it's not close to selling out. Then you're good to go.
Okay.
That's how I would do. I would wait. And I don't know how it works, and I'm surprised you can't buy separate days off of people. You want to talk about that's how they get you. Get you. That's how they get you.
Yeah, because you can't just resell your Saturday and Sunday. You can't do that. Apparently,
maybe that helps price gouging because you got to go the whole thing. But who knows?
That's true because it is. Then again, I don't know who likes who, but in my opinion, Sunday is the prize. That's the golden goose.
Who is this artist?
Megan Maroney, who's really new, but really it's Luke Combs. Luke Combs is the headliner, and compared to the other acts, he is kind of sticking out as the top dog in terms of draws for this festival.
Interesting. I would wait. I would give it another, mid-February? I'd give it another 6 weeks. Really. Because then what weekend of April is it?
First weekend of April.
It's the Final Four weekend. Final Four is going to be on Saturday night. you're going to be hanging out listening to some godforsaken country singers that you don't have an interest
Right,
in.
another unintended consequence. Sunday, there's no games, which is weird.
Perfect.
I still don't understand why basketball does it that way. Why
do
do
they want
do
to play on Monday? Yeah, I don't know. They want to play on Monday.
Nothing goes on the Sunday.
Right. I don't know what they would do. They got to play both the Final Four games the same day, give them both the same time to prepare.
True.
But they like that Monday day because it's good for TV. You're right. That Sunday day is money. There's nothing going on. You got post-Final Four. On the Saturday, you'll be into that. And then, of course, the Monday, you get the national championship. But if you're stuck, because you got to go, right? Are you that type?
Yeah.
If you buy it, you're going to have all 3 days to spend the whole time there?
Yeah, I'm not going to waste money and just not use 2 of the days.
Are these wristbands removable?
I think they tighten it. The technology on these wristbands has improved vastly.
Vastly.
Like, it used to just be those sticky ones where you can kind of slide it off if you don't put it on too
And then
tight.
give it to somebody else, sell it to somebody else, or like just give it, I don't know. If somebody else say, hey, we'll give you $80 on the dollar or 80 cents on the dollar to go for this day's worth. Just get some money back on it.
But now it's like Disney World where they scan your face to make sure your season pass is being used by you. They tighten
Do they
that
do
so
that? Do they
tight.
do that in Disney?
Universal. I was an annual pass holder there
They
for a little bit.
scanned your face?
They don't.
That's how they get you.
They're testing that out.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you. All these companies have our information regardless. I've already made my peace with this. That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
That's true. I feel like my face is not valuable that much, so like
you
you can have
it.
all my
You can have
information.
it. You can have it. You can have it. Don't mess around with my social security numbers and don't mess around with the credit card numbers. The rest you could have.
Yeah, my cookies and my data, like getting
Take
tracked
it.
online.
Take it.
all
I don't
my.
know. The marketing. Take it. I don't need that. Take it.
The only thing I'm worried about is more spam email. You know, like if there's one person I would like to filter out. I get a lot of texts now these days because I do try to go for those deals. And I get overloaded with notifications on...
Fathead sends me a bunch, and they don't stop.
When's the last time you bought a Fathead?
I signed up because I thought I was going to get somebody a Fathead as a joke gift, as a Secret Santa gift, and it fell through. This was about 2 years ago, and I still get the promo every 2 weeks.
I get it's kind of the same thing, kind of a one-time purchase type company. And my example is where I bought my fantasy football trophy. You only need to buy one. Like, it's a rotating trophy that
Where'd you buy it from?
This cool company, by the way.
It's a company that makes fantasy football trophies?
Yes, but the worst thing about this company is that they blast you with texts and emails unrelenting because maybe they are aware that once you buy one trophy that adds plaques to it, you don't need another one, so they need to find a different way to get you and to get in the front of your mind.
There's a gym in my area where I just signed up to, like, get more information or something like that, or to see if there was, like, I usually, if I'm going to go to a new gym, I like to test it out. If there's a deal to like, all right, get your first class free or first time you go free, something like that, just to see if I like it or not. And this was way back when I moved here. It's in the area. No names. I've been texted once a week, every week since then.
Wow.
And I haven't responded once. But weirdly enough, this is not a bot. This is a person.
Oh, that makes it worse. It's personal.
This is a person. Let's just say for the sake of my story, her name is Britt. Hey, Colin, it's Britt from here. Hey, Colin, it's Britt again from here.
Oh, she says again?
Yep.
Oh, so she
Hope you're having a great week. There's a reason you reached out to us. It's Britt. Let us help you.
Dang. I take advantage, and a lot of my persona on these
Britt again from here. Dude, Britt, you read the room, Britt.
Yeah, you got to get the message.
Britt, oh my God. It's Britt from Following Up.
That's brutal. That's
Sorry,
absolutely brutal.
Britt, hold on. Britt, volume shooter. Get it? Totally respect it. But Britt, read the room.
Do you take advantage of those first whatever's free in a lot of circumstances?
Well, you like to test it because you don't want to jump in and then all of a sudden you feel like you have to use it. Example A.
So I signed up for something like that where it was a stretch place. Like they just stretch you out. Kind of like a chiropractor, but not a chiropractor.
I've been. Those are great.
I did the first one free, but listen, my pockets, I don't want to dive
Well,
too deep.
Then
but
you
I don't
ask
have
how
that-
much it is, and stretching is, like, expensive.
Yeah, they pretty much sit you down like it's a timeshare.
But,
They're like, thanks for
but if you talk
coming.
to the right guy, if you get lucky, the right guy will be like, listen, you just need to do this, that, and that in your own
I'll
time.
do it at home.
And then you're good to go. And I'm like, dude, you are not a part of the machine. I love it. Like, respect to you. I've done that before.
Who works there? He told you that?
Yeah, he's like,
he's going to be out of business.
He doesn't care. He's like, listen, he was a guy who was going to PT school. So he's like, I'm just doing this to make some ends meet and get some experience because it's like patient hours.
Okay.
And he's like, dude, you don't need this. He told me you don't need this. I'm like, I can't afford it. He's like, you don't need it either. You're fine. All right.
Huh.
That's Christian Cat, Colin Russo with you. Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Closing it out. If you missed any of the program, want to listen back, Russo and Rizzo on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Or you can listen to us, watch us live on YouTube, Facebook, and X at ESPN West Palm. Live streaming there. You can see our pretty faces. We close out the program. You can hear Saturday Tailgate tomorrow, Sunday Huddle on Sunday. Back at it Monday. Stick around for it at the TGL. Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100